What's going on, everybody? This is BMT coming at you again. And I thought I was going to sit down and talk with you guys. I know I haven't been here on the second channel, but I see with already the way they already struck at the first channel, and the powers that be are already gunning for me. Sure, and give me some time, baby, and I'll let you read to me all you want. Okay? I wanted to talk with you guys about something. I wanted to actually speak with a lot of you men. What's going on, Mo? Shout out to you. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Um, let's have let's have our supportive group, our conservative base. Let's have them share the content because we already understand there's a lot of things going out or that are going to be coming out against the narrative driving force that we're trying to put out here. And what I mean by that is that I'm looking at it how social media and different entities that be are um, trying to teach and enforce their narrative of what a man should be doing or needs to do or how he is going to be in raising a home. And in watching that, we've seen a lot of things that are kind of cringeworthy, from abuse to effeminizing to castrating the authority of being a father to even to the down there to how we are able to go about in dealing with our children, our women, if we should be emotional. What I mean by emotional, I mean that I'm not supposed to feel. No, we're gonna be streaming on the second channel. I need y'all to do me a solid if y'all can share this share this video. Share the video. I don't need the likes, I just need the shares. I already know I'm being heavily um censored. They flagged me for a video a year ago. The household for being a man or tailoring to being a man is drastically being destroyed, and to the point where some men, um, rather than be a man and actually um, own up to, they'll claim the girl, impregnate the woman. They'll claim the woman, impregnate the woman, but they'll never marry the woman. But they'll want the authority over the woman. Let that make sense. But then they'll turn up their face when the system gets to be the man of the home. Give me some time and I'll. They don't understand no type of patience of talking. They don't understand no patience of talking to a child. They believe that that's the woman's job in dealing with the child, not the man. Not so. You are a parent also. That is not something where send the child off to the mother. When the child gets old enough, then you'll deal with. No, that is your job as a father, not just with your sons, but also with your daughters. The narration of how to discipline your child. Yes, I believe in corporal punishment. Yes, I don't mind going at the behind. If they act out, yes, the punishment fits the crime. But there are other ways. Time out. Being grounded. We don't never double punish our child. We don't beat them, then punish them. No, we spank them, but we tell them why we're spanking them. But then sometimes we're like, you know what? No video games, no TV. Go read a book. Write an essay on why you do it. And you gotta understand, man. These things that are happening, and I'm watching. A lot of people are learning how to be parents through, because they're not really watching TV. They're now they're on social media, which is I think a lot more dangerous than TV. I know some people say, "Well, social media, TV." No, they're not because see, TV, you can a little bit more censor. You can censor that. They have the FCC on them. But social media, see, that's a whole different beast. This is what I worry more about these YouTube tailoring daddies than actual TV sitcoms and stuff like that. But the YouTube tailoring daddy, he or she is telling you their narrative of what they want to mold you to be, not what you actually need to be, but by their narrative of what they want you to be. And then you got to ask the question: so, where is your tailored family? Did you try to do right? Oh, look at you, BMT. You're talking about marriage. Well, okay, so you don't only talk about marriage, but then why are you always talking about correcting the home? Why are you always talking about feminism? Why are you always talking about these things? Everything that I've been hearing in these years has literally been mostly slander and attack on the home. And listen, under no circumstances, see, under no circumstances am I ever bragging off or boasting that hey, I got it all or I'm the greatest. No, I'm not. But god dang, if y'all want to keep talking on me and telling me how y'all looking for a six figure and all this other stuff, no, I'm gonna be realistic, man. Most people in reality of where I'm at, nobody's talking about six figure. Nobody's talking about doggone being value, what type of value, and all this other stuff. None of us men are talking or even thinking drastically. Like, you know, our main thing about it, we got the bills paid. Good. Do we have insurance? Good. Do we have what? Do we have the kids warm and clothed up? Is my woman good? Do I have some money in my pocket? Nowadays, listen, a man, we're not hard to please for the most part. The logical based one, the logical. And I'll hear somebody go say, "Well, oh, here we go. Look at him trying to say that we can't have we can't have no standard." Wait, where did you miss me saying we can't have standard? Because me saying I have certain things that I have to check off in the box that I want for my home is me setting the standard. Me making sure that hey, most parent households are hard to run as a single parent. So I understand that guess what? It's gonna take two of us. Most likely it's gonna take two of us. That we're gonna have a lot of issues. Every day is not gonna be peaches and cream and easy to deal with. But as you talk and as you work on these things, and see, we're being slapped with these narratives. I ain't never heard so much talk about all these talking points that I'm seeing being propagated and thrown out, man. And you got to ask yourself, man, like they come sounding smoother or sounding easy, but then you got to ask yourself, well, then show me, show me. Yeah, I know they heavily they're doing that to Nick also. They're doing that to Nick also. YouTube is drastically starting to censor a lot of the people that I know that are pretty fair and knowledgeable and balanced, you know. But they don't censor certain other people. Oh no, they don't. You know why? Because they gotta keep the dream going. They have to keep the dream going. And I always tell people like, yo, man, like pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs. You know, we gotta understand, man, like communication goes a long way. And I understand some of y'all were raised in a household with a woman that would tell you to shut up. Men, shut up and don't cry, or I'll give you a reason to cry. And can I say that was right? Nope. I won't say that that was right. Because you had to learn. Listen, man, I used to say that towards my kid also, man. I used to say that to my kid also. But I grew up in a toxic environment where I would try to cup off the emotions of my son. And I noticed that my old lady said, "Why are you so cold to your child? Why are you so cold to your son?" I said, "Well, I'm teaching him how to be a man." And she said, "Well, how did that work for you? How did you like that?" And I thought about that for a while. It took me 2 years. It took me 2 years, but that question rang in my mind because I always believe everything can be answered with strong arming and a belt or strong voice or I'm the man and X, Y, and Z. And I thought about it. I wasn't ruling a home out of love. I was ruling it out of fear. Don't love me, fear me. Bow to me in my will. And see, I learned that those types of men that run those type of homes, they get left to die alone. They grow old miserable and their families put them away because no child or grandchild wants to deal with that. Then, oh heck no, I'm not taking you out. I don't have to put up with you. But you see, you don't have that strong arm strength to actually for them to actually you don't have that strong strength to actually make them want to do what you want to say when you get older. You don't. Versus and I love watching the dynamic with Mo and his son, and he has no problem telling his son openly in front of other people, "I love you, son. I love you." He doesn't have a problem showing affection in front of the world to his son, regardless of your path or where you going, son. I will be there. I love you. And you see that child doesn't forget that. That child, I remember that man because he had my back. I see how I see how Jay she gives her ex husband that respect that you know what he's a good father. Not off for no rearing of a YouTube, but that he will do what needs to be done to make sure that their child have what they need. He doesn't have no bitterment of poison and venom like some people do and start attacking the relationship that once was and say it was because of her I am where I am today. He does. I don't. I've never, and I've spoken with the man. I've even done shows with the man. What's going on, Love Wisdom? Social media is not raising y'all to be daddies and be fathers and be husbands and lovers. Social media is raising y'all to be destructive hazmats towards society in the household. And the young men that literally are coming out of social media are literally more toxic and dangerous to society than what feminism has been starting to produce. How do we know that? Just go watch the news. You'll see them go shooting up spas and all kind of crazy stuff, doing all kind of things. Heck, sometimes it even makes the woman want to just go gay. Yeah, what the heck is wrong with this dude? I don't care. I don't care what y'all think about me on the social. But honestly, let's be honest. Y'all don't have no power. The men that y'all tailored up men, y'all don't got no power, especially on here. That's why y'all come here, because you feel powerless. So guess what? Anything you say to a man actually in the home, guess what? It has no fruit in my eyes. We're gonna have to love wisdom. We're gonna have to do it on this channel. My other channel's down, but we can still do it. I got you. I got you, sis. That's my love wisdom, boy. I love her. I love her spirit, boy. And I'm telling y'all right now, man, I'm watching what y'all are saying about some of these social media figureheads. Ti, one minute y'all, oh, Ti got it all together. Ti got umpteen babies out there in the street, man. Got a broken woman that's mentally jacked up, that's done did all kinds of disfigurement to her face and body, and still goes out there and catches all kind of stuff. Babies running around, kids getting caught doing. Do y'all really think? And I'm being honest, man. But y'all were praising Ti as he had it all together. Boosie just came out a minute he has mommy issues. You know Boosie, the one who took his child to go get his wee wee sucked. Look at, I mean, but not too long ago, y'all had panels where these same type of men were leading y'all to praise this type of manly behavior. And see, and the other men that were looking like, yo, man, what are y'all doing? Some men were like, yo, this don't make no sense. This is not this is not where we should be going as men. But so long as it attacked or it came at the woman, y'all jumped on board. There is nothing these women on social media can do or say to me to steer me off the path of my manhood. What's going on, Trailer? Shout out to Trailer. Share the video, y'all. Just do me a favor. Do me a solid. Share the video. I'm talking to y'all, and I'm being so honest and so open because right now, I'm telling y'all right now, man, the narratives that are being pushed out about running the home or, or Sally being twisted and contorted and being destroyed by people that have no intention of seeing men run the home. And what they talk about running the home is some indoctrination of BS and slavery and servitude. And see, when they talk about it, it's in a sadistic, sadist type of way that literally you got to ask yourself the question, where's your home at? Where's your legacy? And as they start telling you their story, it's a tragic fairy tale story of what they wish they had, but they don't have or they don't control. Every time. Well, I got some this and that from here, this area. And I'm like, okay, so let's see what you got. You know why they never can show you? You know why they can never cam up? Because they know it's not real. It's not something that they actually have. They know technically they cannot conform that person to them. I didn't have to conform Melissa. She chooses to walk with me. And listen, y'all, every day as a man, I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy. Every day as a man in a home, it is not easy. Y'all don't think I don't have days where I want to stop. Y'all don't think I have days I want to quit. Y'all don't think I have days where I say, I don't want to be a dad today. I don't want to be a man today. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. Listen, bro, every day I wake up and look at that clock on my phone, I am like, here we go again. Here we go again. But I have to get up, but I'll have a little face run in front of me and say, let's go. And I'll be like, let's go. And I'll get up and I'll do it again. And I'll do it again. I'll have days where that woman will challenge me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. That's why when y'all be saying that I can't have no woman talk back to me, I'm like, listen, brother, I'll be able to tell you right now, you need to stop talking about women then. I've done been over to India. I've done been over to goddamn all these countries where women don't listen. Unless y'all looking for some third world country woman, I mean, I get it, man. You don't have the balls to literally run the home. Being the king of the castle is not for the weak. But I get it. Everybody wants a trophy. So you can choose to take the just good enough trophy. And let's be honest, those households, them type of households, I'm gonna be for real. They're weak and they don't really last that very well. They don't do that very well. They really don't. They don't. I know a guy who talks all kind of junk about his woman. And when I look at his woman and his kids have all kind of emotional issues and have all kind of problems in school. I mean, whenever we have auditorium meetings, his child is yelling and screaming and everything, and he sees the look that everybody gives him whenever he's with his child and his woman. Because guess what? He artificially is trying to control the home off of a narrative of fear. Versus me, all I gotta do is either look at my children or literally because my wife knows me, she's like, stop, stop for your dad. Once they hear, oh, dad, daddy, no, I am not dealing with that beard, big fat man over there. No, listen, sit down, sit down. My kids will correct themselves because they know my spirit. And it's not off of a spirit of hatred or malice, but it's off a spirit of love. Like, listen, we represent our father. We do good, my dad will do good. My dad will do stuff for us. We do bad, guess what? I don't want to find out. I love listening to my kids. Children have the most interesting conversations amongst them. Y'all gotta have y'all ever listened to children conversate? Little people have the most adorable conversation amongst themselves. They they don't have a filter on what they think about men. It is very interesting the dialogue young people have about men because their children will say exactly what they feel, what they see, how you act. They will. I have no problem telling a woman, listen, you out of code. What do you mean? You out of code. Look how you dress. Stop. Now that's your body. I understand. Listen, if you out there shopping and you trying to get in the grocery store and X, Y, and Z, listen, you ain't out here to please no man. I done seen it. I don't need, and listen, man, I don't be worried about, oh, look at that type of woman. Like, listen, man, listen, people, I'm the type of person, I be running the grocery store looking like a bum. I be going in there, get what I need to do. I got to grab 3 packs of meat, got to get some rice, got to go grab some cans of vegetables, got to get around, pick up some hot dogs, some hot pockets and stuff. I'm not going there to impress nobody. I'm not going there to spit game. I'm not going there to look cool. I'm not going there to find out what the checkout girl or checkout guys are doing. I'm going there on a purpose. Listen, I have to move. Move with a purpose. The aspects of dealing with the court system. Man, it's never easy. And I wish that upon nobody, but people will be dealing with that. I agree. Raising your children with love is far more powerful and fruitful than fear. Kids are way more responsive when they know you are disappointed in them, rather than them thinking you're mad. Y'all have to understand, man. The dynamic that is being put out there is it's getting harder for us men. There are some men, young men, they do want to be in a home. There is no other feeling. While some are carrying on traumatic abuse and experiences where you're just good enough to sleep with, you're good enough to impregnate, you're good enough to plow out in the back, but you're not good enough to take to the goddamn magistrate's office and put a ring on. Listen, man, a wedding only costs about $30. I'm sorry. Listen, let me do the math for a wedding. Okay, let me do the math for to get married. $35 for one ring, $35 for another ring. I'm including the tax, plus $100. If you're doing no, actually, I'll take that back. Because it probably costs $75 for the marriage certificate. Okay, and then after that, what else you have? Also, and plus $15 for gas. So you got two rings. That's 70. Plus also the certificate. That's 75. Right. That's 145. And 55. So you got $160. $160. There you go. That is the amount of a startup family package. That's including gas for some of y'all. So some of y'all still trying to figure out a wedding is expensive. Y'all can skip past that, B. Heck, y'all can just have a whole reception. Heck, y'all can have a party. I'd rather just go straight to, hey man, grab mama, grab a few family from both sides and a few friends. Meet us at the courthouse. If y'all want to come, baby, put on some sandals and a nice little dress. And I'll put on a nice little attire, and we can go do that. And then after that, we can go have a party. Boom. Take that wedding money and put it into an investment of something of y'all choosing. Heck, use it to pay off a whole year of your rent or whatever you time. Use it to pay off a whole year. I would say pay off your rent. I would say pay off your rent. So that is the greatest gift you might. I just probably gave you. Use the wedding money, pay off a year of your rent, and pay off any debt y'all have. I promise y'all. Y'all will thank BMT. Thank you. Thank you, Daddy BMT. You just now saved anything. I promise y'all will thank me. Take the wedding money and use it to pay off a year of your rent and any bills you owe. And now y'all can go about having a good time and go on a trip. I just helped y'all. I just saved y'all so much time. You gotta understand, man. Like, hey, there's one of those. It's one of those things, man. I every day I try to understand just a little bit more of being a man in the home. And you're gonna be like, well, BMT, what do you mean? And I'm saying, well, to be honest, um, it's a learning curve. It's trial by error. And you see what happens is even the woman, she starts to know that. She starts to recognize that. And she'll start looking at the responsiveness of your leadership. Well, how's he doing? How's he conforming? How's he adjusting? See, you don't always have to have that buku ample money, but they'll look at how you respond to the circumstances that will come at you. They'll respond to that. Babe, I need gas money. Okay, let me readjust this. Let me set this up. Here you go, baby. You might want to surprise them. When they coming home from work. Hey, babe, I know we didn't get no time off. I know I haven't been able to take you out. But guess what? If you can hold out to Friday or pretty much on Sunday, how about that would normally be my day of rest, but I would like for us just to go out, go grab some ice cream, go sit and talk, go listen to like a little band. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to live in misery and bliss. We don't have to sit and watch TV or something like that. It's the experience of being able to take hold of your life and live it. Not sit at home, not sit in front of a computer, not sit there and sit with your rag. Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my boys. No, 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 no. She's one of the fellas now. You need to go do stuff with her. I was watching this video of shout out to China White, and she had it where it was a guy who talked about, it was a guy who was talking about going on a guy's trip. And he was like, guy's trip? He said, what do I mean taking a break from my a man doesn't you don't really take a break from your family. I know y'all be saying that, but there's no such thing as a break. There's never been such thing as a break. My dad, as old as this man is, I said, Dad, so now that your kids are all grown and we done got family stuff, you get to take a break. He said, shoot, I don't get to take no break. Even when you're grown, I'm still your father. If you were to call me at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, it's daddy time. And he has shown, like, the man has shown that. I called him one time. It was around 11 o'clock. I remember my son was having issues. He was dealing with the concept of understanding death. And literally, I called my sister, but she's a minister. But then I don't know why, but I said, let me call my father. He's like, well, BMT, why didn't you answer it? And I said, no, I'm gonna call his grandfather. And I contacted my son's grandfather, and I told him the situation, and he said, put my grandson on the phone. And whatever he said to his grandson brought his mind a clarity of peace. When my son stopped crying, he didn't feel he wasn't sad, but my son was at peace. And what that taught me from afar, while I watched the interaction between a son and a grandson, was that the 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 ample effect of being a father stands the test of time, no matter the hour or the season. It always comes into play. I've seen this again where a black boy literally trying to get ready for a job interview. He said, he said, man, I gotta have a suit and stuff. An older Pakistani man said, "Hey, you need help?" He said, "Come with me." And the black boy followed the older Pakistani man. He got in the vehicle. They drove to a thrift store, and he tailored him at the thrift store to a nice outfit, suit, tied the tie up on him, and put $50 in the boy's pocket. I mean, excuse me, the young man's pocket. And he said, "Go." He said, "You go there, you get that job." And that young man got that job to this day. That's and the thing about it, he asked, one of his friends asked the older man, "Why did he do that?" He said, "Because that's the thing that my son had went through, and I'm a father. It's just innately in our nature of what we do." So when I talk to men on YouTube, I'm not just talking to y'all just as a another man, but I'm also speaking from a father, not some YouTuber, but as a father and as a man to other men soon to be one day either fathers or men of a household. I'm not trying to lead you astray, but I'm trying to slide you the breadcrumbs of, hey man, this is what might be happening. This is what might be going on. I can't fully tell you because every man's gonna have his walk of life. But y'all need to understand this is what it is. I do too. Listen, Trail, I do too. But whatever that 70-plus-year-old man said to that 10-year-old child in that hour stopped him from crying, stopped him from worrying, stopped him from anything. If anything, my son went about his day. I was like, what did he say? Did he somehow reset his clock in his head? What did he say to him? Like, my son never brought it up again. And I'm like, what do I have to do to get to that level? But see, it clicked in my mind. It was the garnership of experience that the older man had in his stewardship of being a man, that he knew how to deal with the situation. That's why I say, y'all, and listen, man, the man, you're not going to learn this stuff on YouTube, man. If y'all saying y'all coming to YouTube to learn how to be high value men or be men, it's not something you can learn on YouTube. It's really not. You're trying to learn how on YouTube how to deal with a woman that nobody should know how to deal with your woman but you. How can a man on YouTube who does not know my situation, who does not have the money I have, who does not have the experience I have, know how to deal with my woman, know how to make love to my woman, know how to control my household, know how to control my children? How does a man that don't got his thing together know how to run my household? But he's telling you all women are the same. If that ain't the biggest bullshit I ever heard in my life. Any man to tell you that BS, y'all need to go unsubscribe and get away from them right now. There's one thing I can tell you, they don't run no home. Run that game and tell that to a woman in a household. You can line up 5 women right back to back. And let me say, all women are the same. They will look at you crazy. Like, who you talking to? Who you talking to? I ain't never heard this much foolishness. And that's why I said YouTube is not telling y'all how to be men. Y'all talk about some the checks and money and y'all going about about babies and all this stuff, and I'm like, hold up, man. It's a fight every day. Shout out to my brother D the Real. It's an uphill fight. And it doesn't get no easier. Doesn't get no easier. Shout out to Sir Ismail. I was listening to him talk earlier on this channel. Shout out to Plant. I was listening to different men talk about their journeys of running the home. It's not going to get easy. The dialogue and the narratives that are going to be put out. I was listening. I listened to this debate topic about women pushing out colorism on their daughters, and I said, "Well, that dang!" Like, I said, "Well, it's crazy because I don't know because I had to deal with my son feeling that him as a black boy, he didn't think he was cute. Now, nobody in my household said that, but that wasn't a colorist issue. That was him dealing with his own self. I dealt with myself. Every child, this is why I hate social media. Every child has insecurity issues. Every child will have an insecure issue with themselves. Maybe it's my feet. Maybe it's my teeth. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe it's my hair. Maybe it's my nose. Maybe it's my freckles. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's my speech. Maybe it's my facial hair. Maybe it's something. And it is up to you as a father to grab that child and pull them into your chest and say, I love you. I am not going nowhere. When my little girl was ashamed of her hair, I grabbed her hair and I grabbed my hair and I tied our hair together. And she said, Daddy, why did you do that? And I said, Baby, your hair is special. Your hair connects to you and it connects to me. And when she looked into my bloodshot, veiny eyes, she grabbed my hair. She said, I like our hair. And I said, I like our hair too. I didn't know how to answer the question. All I know was I went off of a manly instinct of just telling my child, I am of the same flesh and struggle just like you. I am just like you, baby. I got the same problem. But guess what? We'll do it together. And in telling that, listen, I'm trying not to get too emotional, but in telling my daughter that in that hour, literally, somehow, that 6-year-old girl got it. Like, Daddy, we have nice hair, right? And I'm like, yes. And I took some hairspray and I sprayed it in my hair. And she sprayed it in her hair. And she said, we got nice hair. These are not things you learn on social media. These are things as a man you will have to stand the test of time and just say, I don't need nobody to tell me how to be a man. This is stuff I gotta do on my own. I ain't never needed nobody on no YouTube, on no goddamn Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, Twitch, any of these goddamn pieces of crap to tell me how to be a man. They can go kiss my ass. I ain't never needed none of it. And I never will to the day I die. Ain't nobody gonna ever tell me, Josiah Johnson, how to be a man in my goddamn house. Whether me and that woman are together or whether me and that woman may separate, I will still be a man in my home. Y'all need a daddy. Y'all need a goddamn YouTube husband or mommy or wifey. I don't need that shit. I make my own goddamn dreams. I make my own goddamn narrative. I set my own standard. I never needed nobody to come and boost me up or feel like I need a safe space to speak. I speak for myself. That's the difference between the men and the boys. And see, right now, we need to understand that right now, here and today, in 2020, right now, there's a big defining difference between us and the goddamn sheep. And I know right now, a lot of y'all just sheep. Y'all think we care about troll accounts? What's that to a man? Doxing? The fuck? What's that to a man in a home? I walk on broken glass barefoot every day, baby. My children come up to me and say, "Daddy, let me read to you." If that ain't the best super chat I could ever get, that's a child wants to read and show me, look what I learned. Think I give a damn about what somebody wrote in the book that's getting paid? I'd rather hear from a child that wants to show, Daddy, look what I can do. I can't wait till you get old, Daddy. So when you're laying down, I can read. I'll never forget one of the most amazing things that ever happened. I was sick. Something about me, I just was sick. I couldn't get up. I was going through a depression. And I felt a warm body sitting next to me. And don't you know, it was my son and my daughter. They were sitting by me and they were reading. And I started to focus on the story. And I asked, why are y'all reading to me? They said, well, you were alone. They said, you were alone, Daddy. And you should never be alone when you're sick. But I said, but they said, well, at nighttime, you come to our bed when we're alone and I'm scared, and you'll come to me. So I want to come to you and read. This is what my son told me. And I said, continue reading. And as they read to me, I felt some strength return to my body. I can't make this up. There's something about the connection of a man and his family and the connectivity of running a home. They are your strength. And I get it. Yes, everybody does not have a family. Everybody does not have that, but it is an attainable goal. But y'all are going by these narratives and these dreams on these things about these IGs, these future, these all these rappers and artists and celebrities and all this stuff. That's not you, fam. That's not you. That is not your destiny. That is not your design. That is not your truth. Sorry. Wake up. Wake up. But what you have in front of you that you can have, that is attainable, you can have that. You can have that. What are y'all guys doing? Right? Y'all want to read to me? Y'all want to read to me? Okay. Do you see the energy of children or people that want to be amongst me? and have that connectivity. See, this is my panel. This is my panel that that I have. I wouldn't trade them for the world. I wouldn't trade this experience. But it's something that I had to build and work on. I wish the best for a lot of y'all. This is BMT. Peace.